Have you ever pondered the profound sorrow that emanates from the ancient texts of the Bible? Imagine a world where kings' fates intertwine with divine poetry, echoing through the ages as stark reminders of human folly and divine judgment. Ezekiel 19 serves as a poignant lamentation for the kings of Judah, whose stories of rise and fall are as dramatic as they are tragic. This chapter, a dirge, really captures the essence of loss and the inevitable consequences of straying from the path of righteousness. The first segment of this lament speaks of Jehoahaz, the 17th king of Judah. Ascending to the throne at the tender age of 23, his reign was but a fleeting 3 months, making him one of the shortest reigning monarchs in the annals of Judah's history. His downfall was swift, as Pharaoh Necho of Egypt deposed him, shackled him, and transported him to Riblah in the land of Hamath, and eventually to Egypt itself. The scriptures are clear about his misdeeds, noting that he did evil in the eyes of the Lord, following the idolatrous ways of his ancestors, oppressing the weak, and relying on foreign powers rather than on his God. Transitioning to the next sorrowful tale, we meet Jehoiakim, the 19th king, who ascended the throne at 18 and continued in the evil ways of his predecessors. His reign lasted a mere 3 months and 10 days before Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon besieged Jerusalem and took him captive. During this dark time, the treasures of the temple and the royal palace were plundered, and along with them, the craftsmen and royal officials were also exiled to Babylon. The lament then shifts its focus to a metaphorical vine, symbolizing King Zedekiah. Appointed by Babylon, Zedekiah's reign was marked not by wisdom, but by the same errors as his brother Jehoiakim. Misjudging the political landscape, he sought alliance with Egypt, betraying Babylon, which led to dire consequences. His rebellion incited a brutal siege of Jerusalem by Babylon, resulting in untold suffering and devastation. The siege was so severe that some resorted to cannibalism. Ultimately, Zedekiah's fate was grim. His eyes were gouged out, and he was bound in bronze shackles and taken to Babylon. The recurring theme in these lamentations is the tragic outcome of kings who ignored prophetic warnings and divine commands, relying instead on their human wisdom and political calculations. These stories serve as stark reminders that true leadership requires adherence to divine principles and a commitment to the welfare of the people. Reflecting on these ancient texts, one is reminded of the timeless wisdom that the path of righteousness and divine guidance offers the only true way to prosperity and peace. Kings and leaders may rise and fall, but the lessons from their lives remain relevant, urging us to live in a way that honors divine mandates and fosters the common good. Thus, Ezekiel 19 stands not only as a chapter of lament, but also as a profound lesson on the perils of forsaking spiritual integrity for worldly gains. It invites us to ponder our own paths and ensure that our actions align with higher, nobler purposes.